Welcome back. This is part 5 on this TRX 450R, I should say. I got a bunch of parts in. I'll go over all the parts when I get a chance. But I got a few parts in, and I'd like to finish up the frame and get the swing arm back together and the rear brakes. So we're going to do that now. I think it'll just make life easier once we get the frame itself done. I'll start concentrating on the motor. So let's go over to the bench and check out the parts that we got in. All right, this is the swing arm kit. It's Tusk. It seems like everything we need is in here. So we have the seals, spacers, another set of seals. There's a bearing. You have your new cups and the spacers. And for contrast, this is the old stuff right here. The old bearings, the cups, and the spacers. So I guess what we'll do is we'll go install this stuff. And what we have in here is and let's see what this thing looks like. I'd like to say it isn't cheap, but this definitely was made in China. But we'll use it. Excuse me. Should be perfectly fine for what we need to do. And let's get set up at a stand and start installing this stuff. All right, so the easiest way to install the bearings inside the swing arm is I'm going to use the bolt itself. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the spacer on. I'll slide the spacer on. Because the spacer has to go inside of here, and the cap goes over it. So the spacer is going to go on, and then we're going to put the spacer. I'm sorry, the collar goes in, then the spacer, which goes inside the collar, and now I'm going to slide on one of the bearings onto the spacer. Now the bearing rides on this spacer. And then, of course, the motor goes in the middle here. So the best way to get this in straight without damaging it is to put it in this way and using the bolt as its own tool. And we're just going to put it in like this. And we're just going to tap it in until it's fully seated. All right, bearings are in and they're fully seated. Now I'm going to do the other side. All right, everything's in. Well, I should say everything. The bearings are in. Now all I got to do is just put the seals in. There's 2 seals that go on each side here. And I will put those in now, and then that'll be it. All right, the seals, there's 4 of them. There's 2 on each side. So they have to go in opposite each other like this. And the reason for it is it needs to trap grease in there, but also not allow water in. So the seals really only work one direction. So we need to have them opposing each other to keep everything inside. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, now it's time to put the outer one on. And the outer seal is right here. And it's the same as the inners. Yeah, I'll put a little bit of oil on here so it doesn't drag. Going in. And I just want to make sure that this sits in there flat. Right on the outer edge. I think I'm just going to tap this in. To make sure it's flat. And that'll work. This one, same deal. And that should do it. Well, as you can see, the two seals are in there. One is up against the bearing, and the other one is right there on the edge. That's how they're supposed to look. Same on this side. All right, so now we put the caps on the ends, the spacers, and we can slide the swing arm bolt back in. Here's the caps, brand new. And the additional spacer, which goes in here. And then we just slide the caps over. But what I'm gonna do first is, I'm gonna grease this up really good. Okay, swing arm's done. All rebuilt. Bolts in, bushings are in, bearings are in, seals are in. I put the caps back on the openings in the swing arm. Those are back in, and everything looks good. So I think from here now we're gonna reinstall the shock, and I'm going to do the rear brakes. These are the new brake pads. Purple wouldn't have been my color, but hey, they were pretty cheap, and they'll do the job. And you can see the difference between what they're supposed to look like and what what they did look like. There wasn't anything left of these things. Amazing. All right, let's pop these in. So the new pads that I bought are Chinese knockoffs, but anyways, they don't come with these clips. These clips you need to reuse. I cleaned them up a little bit on the wire wheel. It's important that you use these. And I am going to put brake lubricant on them just like you would a car. And these just go down inside. I don't know if you can see that or not. They just go down on either side here. And they just sit there. They get held in place by the pads themselves. Just going to put a little bit of lube on here. Get it to come up. Don't need a lot. And it just goes on the edges of the pads here. Keep them sliding, nice and easy. What's the first one? We're just going to drop it right in. I'm going to do the second one, same deal. A little bit of brake lube. Of course, you don't want to get this all over the pads, obviously. It won't stop very well. I'm gonna wanna lube the pin that this caliper rides on. And actually, that one here seems pretty good, but I want to lube this up real good. I just want to put it inside the hole here so that pin is plenty lubed. All right, let's slide it in. That's it. And we put the screw in, or the bolt, I should say. And that's it. Brakes are done. Now all I gotta do is I'm gonna tighten this up, and then I'm gonna put all my clips back on that I took off. And I won't bore you with all that remedial stuff, and I will come back when it's done. All right, let's check the brake. We got it in the air. I just have this on there temporarily because I need to take it back off to put the motor in. I just want to make sure that everything works. And it's working really good. Brakes are fixed, handled, ready to go. Now, as you can see, everything's tightened up nice, everything looks good. All the hose clamps are back on, or brake line clamps I should say. This is all set, everything looks good. The frame is complete. We are now ready to move on to the engine. All right guys, let's go over a few parts that I got in the mail. First of all, I just want to say that sourcing parts is not easy, and you need to find the best deals possible. And what I'm about to show you guys, I think saved my build from being profitable, from being a loss to a profit. And I just want to show you what I got. I got the crank, as you guys can see right there. It is for a TRX 450ER, and it's for 06 to 12. And it fits my bike. So let's take a look at it. It is brand spanking new. Never been used, and it is all ready to go in. Now, this is the first thing I got. And I bought all this stuff from the same person. And I will talk about that in a second. So I got the crank from him. I also got the transmission bearing kit. And this is all the transmission bearings right here, brand new. Good kit, I'm gonna use it. It's for my bike, the whole 9 yards. So I'm gonna replace all the bearings in the transmission. I also got the output shaft kit. So I can replace the seals on that, as well as the collar. I like to do that on all my builds. And I also got the main bearing kit. These are the two main bearings for the crank with the seals. He also had the main transmission shaft. If you remember, mine's damaged. This one here is not damaged. He also had third gear. I think this is third gear. And I needed that as well. And I have that. Now, let me tell you where I got this stuff from. So I'm constantly scouring the internet looking for the best deals possible so I can build my machines as cheaply as possible and make as much profit as possible. I found this stuff on Facebook Marketplace, believe it or not. And I want to caution everybody, be careful on Facebook Marketplace, because I have been scammed in the past. I went to buy a head for a YZ250F, and I got burnt out of $250. Never got the head. Guy disappeared. PayPal, not PayPal, Zella wouldn't refund my money. I got screwed. So I'm very cautious after that. But I did find this guy on Facebook Marketplace. I looked him up, and he's legit. His name is Cody Jensen. He is a 2-time champion ATV racer. He has a podcast, and it's called Digging Deep, where he interviews other professional racers, riders, and all that stuff. He's got a store on Facebook Marketplace, and I will post it right here. This right here is his excuse me, Digging Deep podcast, if you want to listen to that. Cody is a pretty cool guy. I talked to him here and there through Messenger, and I got all these parts from him. I got the crank, the main bearing kit, the output shaft kit, the transmission bearing kit, the main shaft, and third gear. I think it's third gear. I got all of this for $280. That is less than the price of the crank. The crank, I already priced it out, was $370. I have probably $600 to $700 worth of parts here that I got for $280, $290. And he shipped it all for free. I can't thank Cody enough for hooking me up with these parts. He basically saved my build. But I just wanted to give a huge shout out to him. And if any of you guys are looking for any TRX 450R or ER parts, make sure you go to Facebook Marketplace and search him out, Cody Jensen. And the guy's legit. He's not going to screw you. And he has the best deals out there by far, by none. And he used to professionally race the TRX 450Rs. So he's got a ton of parts laying around that he's looking to sell cheap. So hit him up. And I am not being endorsed by him or anything like that. But I just wanted to pass on my my knowledge to you guys. And hopefully maybe get him some more sales for hooking me up. All right, so that's a balancer tool that I had to order, and it's a Motion Pro. And that's the part number in case anyone wants to get it. There it is right there. And that's so I can reinstall the balancer when the time comes. So I don't have to use a punch and hammer. I got the new piston in, and like I said before, I like Pro X pistons. And this is the standard bore piston. And it's a 12-to-1 compression. And let's take a look at it. Well, that's a nice piece, ain't it? Well, I'll tell you, Motion Pro really makes some nice stuff. Not Motion Pro. Pro X, I'm sorry. They make some nice stuff. I'll probably be misspeaking a lot in the next couple of videos or so because my head is still in a cloud from the cold I'm getting over. All right, let's put this away so it doesn't get damaged, and we'll revisit this at a later date. But that is all set and ready to go. And then we have, okay, we've got the timing chain, and it is a genuine Honda part, and that is the part number right there. And one thing that I'll tell everybody, and I'll tell everybody again, I do not like using anything but factory timing chains. I don't care. You can use hot cams chains, you can use whatever you want. I prefer to use the genuine factory chains whenever I rebuild a bike. They cost a little more. In the long run, I just feel a little safer. And this is a replacement taillight that I got for the ATV. Now, here we go. I found one case half. This is the one I got on eBay for 80 bucks in an auction. And it came with the studs as well. I don't see anything else in the box. Now, I gotta clean this thing up, obviously, but it looks pretty good. It's gonna need some cleaning. Somebody peen that to get it open. We'll check all the bearings, which really doesn't matter because I have all brand new bearings anyway. I think the important part is to make sure that the case is in one piece, it's not broken. And I don't see any damage anywhere. Yeah, it's got the reverse idler gears in there. And it looks like, to me, like it's in good shape. So I think we're okay here. It just needs a good cleaning, which I will give it. And, well, we got some damage here, but that's not a big deal. I'll polish that out. It's not going to affect the way it runs. Didn't poke through or anything, so we're okay. It looks like it might have ate a piston at one time. But 80 bucks for a case half is pretty good. This one was easy to get because this is the one that usually doesn't get damaged. The sad thing is that the one I took off the the one I took off the bike is the half. Well, I should say the left side is the one that gets damaged all the time. This is the one I took off the bike, the left side. And problem I'm finding is that right around the chain area here on all of them are destroyed from them throwing chains. And the part that really stinks is this bike here doesn't look like it ever threw a chain. So all this is all perfect. The problem is the rest of the case not, because, you know, it threw a rod and punched a bunch of holes in it. So we're gonna have to continue our search and see if I can find this other case. I don't really want to buy it brand new, but we'll see what happens. We'll keep looking. All right, let's try cleaning this up a little bit. Let's see if we can start with the split line. It's pretty rough. Let's start with that. All right, I cleaned up a little bit. It definitely looks better. We still got some imperfections in here, and we definitely got some in here which I need to smooth over. So I think I'm going to do that now with some sandpaper. All right, let's try get this top surface again. All right, so what this does, by me going over all the gasket surfaces, I'm just trying to see if there's any damage from somebody pounding a screwdriver in there, try to split these apart or get anything off. So far, I don't see any major damage. Everything seems to be pretty smooth, which is good. Somebody did put something in here to try to wedge this out of here, but I don't think they did any damage to the case. I think that's fine. The water pump's got a little scuff there. Some of the case mushroomed a little bit from whatever rolled around inside the crank. But again, I can flatten that out by simply running a stone over it a few more times. So I'm not really worried about that at all. That'll come up nice. So I think this case is good. We lucked out getting it for such a cheap price. I don't see any weld on it anywhere. I mean, there's a bit of a hit here, but I don't know what that's from. Here and there too. But I think we're all right. I think we're looking good. I think this will clean up quite nicely. Now all I have to do is find another case. And the search continues. All right, the right side case is looking pretty good. Got the edges cleaned up. Everything's clean. It looks pretty nice. I think at this point what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop out these 3 barons. I think I'm going to leave the balance of baron in here. It seems okay. But I did get brand new barons for these, so we are going to pop them out. So let's do that. We'll use a little bit of heat just to heat these up. Make it a little bit easier to get out. And she popped right out. All right, we'll do this one next. One more. All right. And they look pretty good. I mean, I'm sure it's probably a little bit warm right now. But we'll clean that up and that'll look nice. And these are the barons that we took out. And they're probably still okay. Ooh, that one's hot. Now, kind of thumping. Probably good that we replaced them. Anyway. But we have new barons to put in. And we'll do the same deal. We'll heat it up and I'll freeze the barons and they should drop right in. But I think we're in good shape. I wonder if I should take this off. I'll probably take this off and oil it all up and stuff before we reassemble. But I think that's it. This baron here still feels really good. So I'm gonna go with it. I'm probably gonna have to buy the baron for the other case unless I get a used case half that has a good baron in it. But I still haven't found the counter shaft yet. Still haven't found this. And I'm not necessarily sure this is bent. I really don't know. But it's pretty mangled. It's pretty beat up. So I'm gonna replace it anyway. But at this point here, I think we've got enough video to finish this video off. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And obviously make sure that you subscribe so you'll see you'll start seeing us do reassembly on this. We're getting pretty close to reassembly. I think in the next video we'll do I'll rebuild the transmission, put all the new gears in, all the spacers and everything, and we'll do all that in the next video. But for now, I'm gonna call it on this one. And I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, like, share, tell your friends. If you guys see anything that you think I did wrong or anything you got questions about, definitely drop a comment and I will definitely get back to you because I do answer all the comments. And yeah, so again, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys in I think video 6, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.